Hey guys, it's Clovis. I'm going to be starting Disaster Mound today. This is another scenario by Regical posted in Marcel's Discord. Pretty long scenario, 3,500 guess. I was hoping to kill some time before dinner, so I won't be completing this scenario, but I'd probably just try to set it up, get a bunch of profit. And it seems like you're supposed to actually expand and buy cheap land. So might set up like a good compact park just to get like a ton of money. And then you like come back to this later, buy a bunch of land and expand the park, because obviously I'm not going to be able to fit 3,500 guest park in here, especially without like steel roller coasters and stuff. And you see it's written here, without access to big steel coasters. It says big steel coasters, so I don't know if that means we get small like compact designs, but let's find out. If we click on the right thing, there we go. So we actually, we get basic steel ones, which is good variety. Already liking the ride selection quite a lot. I was hoping I'd actually see a wooden coaster right away, but probably gonna unlock that soon, or inevitably at some point. There's no way there's no wooden coaster in this scenario. Let's go maximum funding on roller coasters. Thrill ride, good selection. Motion simulator is always good, and yeah, decent gentle ride selection just to have options. None of these, I think, it's like no gentle rides are particularly that good. Some of them, like Space Rings, I think Space Rings is just a terrible ride, but I don't know, they're aesthetic, they're cool to build with. We've got transports, which I will not be building. I like never build transport rides, I really don't like them. And I always love how when the water changes, it changes in this as well, when you do the water rides. You've got the green sort of sewage, swamp water, of course. And we got, information kiosk, toilet, everything but well, not everything, but everything you need except an ATM, basically, which is the same way that the last scenario was set up, Dragon Valley. So if you have, like, you want to keep guests in the park with money, you just put in some ATMs. It's charged for rides, so, you know, it doesn't really matter much. The ATM is a low priority in the scenario where it's not pay to entry, because guests just leave the park and get replaced by more when they run out of money. So before we start, have a quick look at the landscape again. Obviously, very, very cool. We have just interesting section of road here. Obviously, you can't make turns in this, so very, very sharp turns here. But obviously, yeah, it's working with grids, so I'm not really going to nitpick in that. I always like mine setups like this. Nice, different sort of barn here. Even you can put, can't see everything that's there because the roof is built over it. I assume there's some barrels and stuff like that. It's just nice to have assorted stuff around. It doesn't look, it's like deceptively hard to make things look unorganized in a natural way. It's a good way to build scenery if you just like make things look assorted. Same with trees. Like this section looks really good. The thing that blows my mind, let's quick look at this. Obviously nice, I can't build buildings like this, period. Distribution, okay. I was like, what does that say? Yeah, I cannot build buildings or scenery like this to save my life. There's obviously some leaking sewage, water reserves. That's very, very interesting. Nice little, what does this say? Dan's Chemicals. Maybe the guy's name is Dan. I don't know. So yeah, pretty cool, like, it's almost like abandoned factory there. And then this big mound in the middle. This is what blows my mind. I know it's probably like an easy way to do something like this, but I have no idea how you would actually do this apart from just sitting here and manually raising and changing the angle of everything and being, I don't know, just keep touching it up until it looks really, really good. So this, even though it looks like a pile, like a giant mound, like literally it actually is very, very impressive. Something like this in the middle section is like the most impressive part of this whole landscape for me. And then, of course, not to understate these details on the outside. Obviously, it's not supposed to look glamorous at all, but that's why it's good, because it's just, you know, like this actually looks pretty natural, just like a natural pile of whatever is there. I mean, pile of sand, just land in general, but either way, have a quick look at actually a scope out of what land we're supposed to be able to buy. Yeah, so I guess the point of this is, yeah, to just expand as much as possible. It says the land is cheap. I actually say the price. I don't want to click like a little tile here because then I'm gonna wanna do the whole line here. So I'm not gonna actually click that straight away. But we'll find out later. What we'll do now is build a park. We can't let the park rating drop below 700. So we'll probably build quite meticulously and keep pausing and playing. And then once we have like a good park set up, probably fast forward it and just try to generate a bunch of profit. That'll be this VOD, and then I'll probably come back to this later on, finish it off with all the extra money, complete the guest cap, the guest goal rather. And yeah, that's pretty much how I'm gonna lay it out. Danger ahead, no entry, and some gas stations. Nice. All right. So let's just get some stalls in first. Lay out the path. Probably get people stuck in a bit further. Put like a roller coaster here, maybe. Let's do some, just section off some stuff. Save myself some room there, but I do want to have a loop around so that guests can just walk around without getting lost. And to augment this, I am going to place some shops so that anyone who comes in can actually buy some food and some drink. Buy a map as well, help them getting lost, and inevitably should be, I don't know if the scenario, it says, yeah, 21 Celsius, so there might be rain at some point. I don't expect it to be completely dry. So got food, drink, just need a toilet. Let's build it all there. I won't charge for toilets, kind of no point. Let's raise the price of the burgers and the drink a little bit. And yeah, the park's always open, of course, because of the goal being you can't let the park rating drop below 500. Sorry, 700. I think it's always 700. I don't know if you can actually set that manually, but think about what we build. Should really build something very, very compact to start with. Build some maybe thrill rides and stuff in here, and maybe some gentles. I think thrill ride would give us a lot more. I don't want to just spam thrill rides over and over again, so I try to build maybe one of everything. Let's do that. Make it all squared off. It'll be a long queue line actually, but that's fine. What we can do is just hire an entertainer, chuck him in here. Probably just, he can just hang out here at the end of the queue line. We have a ride now, so we can see guests starting to come in, which is good. And we'll just put the queue line TVs in here. That'll keep all the guests happy in the queue. So inevitably, these guys are going to walk around, eventually find a ride, and just be in this queue line, be entertained, and not upset that they're in the queue line for ages, because they'll just be happy. Top spin, interesting ride. You can't really neglect the alternative modes. I think Berserk mode, I think you just use Berserk mode unless I guess prefer lower intensity rides, because then no one would actually ride a period. But I think Berserk mode, yeah, I'm pretty sure people will still ride it. The only caveat is that people are going to really vomit a lot. But if we have, yeah, first aid room, we can straight up solve that problem. Kind of, what am I doing? Path, that's what we need. There we go, there's the rain. So we get a few umbrella sales with our 3 guests. Park rating's quite low. I'm really going to need to build a roller coaster, I think, straight away. But we got top spin with pretty good stats, so probably charge like $4 for this. Usually I just do whatever the excitement is and add a bit of a buffer based on the other stats, but the other stats are very high, so you could probably charge like $5 for this, maybe even. Yeah, I just save before I forget. What's our loan like, by the way? We can go up. That's fine. What should we build first? Probably inverted hairpin. This coaster is really, really good. It's basically just the wooden wild mouse or steel wild mouse, but yeah, inverted. Probably build one of these each and a junior coaster to start with. I do like these other ones, but they're not as efficient and they take up a lot more space. I actually am a huge fan, probably the biggest fan on the Discord of the mini suspended coaster. I love this coaster a lot, but not for its practicality. It's not that great. I just think it's cool, like thematically. I don't know if it's really cheating to build pre-builds when I actually made some of these pre-builds, so oh, look at that. That is... you can't not place that there. Come on, you can't not place that there. That is good. If I was, like, really wanting to theme the park, I'd probably put it one tile away, but that just fits too perfectly to just not put it there straight away. So, build some path. Like that. Actually, I'll hire a few more entertainers. Probably is not worth it, but that'll just get the guests happy and spike the rating a little bit early on. The stats for this ride, yeah, should be pretty good. So probably charge like $10 for this straight up. But yeah, this is basically, want to make a really compact design, but you do need a minimum length requirement on this to not get a penalty. These coasters have like 6 stat requirements, so they're pretty awkward to build with. They're kind of also interesting if you want to purposely tank 1 stat penalty. It's like a junior ride. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, pretty decent stats. Obviously the intensity is quite high, but people should still ride it unless they only prefer a small intensity. So charge a decent amount for them. Could build a custom one. This Terrorizer here is literally just the exact same design as this pre-built, just in the form of something else. So I think I'll actually maybe do is... How do we want to go about this? Make sure I can actually close off. Yeah, this is better. Alright. Build it around the side. Do some drops. A few drops should be fine. Oop. There we go. There'll be clearance here? No, there will not. I didn't think that would work. Do we want to do something wacky here? I think so. What have we got here? I can't... Look at all these bloody markers. Wow. Good game. 1.5 meters. Alright, cool. Hopefully this works. Interesting, because I just blocked all that section off. Let's hope this doesn't crash, because then people won't ride it. I just have to pay close attention to it. And we'll just put it here so that when people walk down, they get there. Oh, that looked fun, actually. Look at that. It might not make it up here, though. Oh, it did. That's sick. Look at it go. That is awesome. Alright, I'm happy with that. What's the park we got? Disaster Mound. Alright. Inverted Disaster. The worst name possible, but I did it. I named a coaster Inverted Disaster. That makes literally no sense. Alright. How's the park rating still this low? I made this design only just yesterday. I think I posted in the Discord as well. Mini roller coaster. Nice. Should be able to charge... I wrote this in yesterday. You can charge up to $10 up to 13 months for this design. So I don't know, is park rating harder to rise? Or, I don't know what's up. I think it's the rain, maybe, because the guests can't ride. Can't go on roller coasters while it's raining. We'll just change this color so we have red. And every time I do a new information kiosk, I'll go from red to blue, yellow, green, orange, pink, purple, usually. And then after that I do like black, white, and stuff like that. And I need to open this up. So this, when I designed this, I literally built it to the max possible support and then just did a drop and the smallest turn possible, trying to do a high intensity design, and that's how I just came up with this design. Even the max chain lift speed, so you get the max possible just speed at the bottom of the hill, because it gets sent over to higher speed. Disable minimum clearance checks. These pre-builts, yeah, it's already sussed out. Yeah, this looks too intense for people, so I think we actually need to nerf this a little bit. We'll just go to intense mode. And we'll probably have to lower the price of that as well. Let's drop it to 250, doesn't really matter. And no problems with the motion simulator as I expected, so that is all good. And the park rating is now above 700, so that's good. Should stay the same. Should only drop if it rains or something. We fit this in anywhere. It is a challenge to do so. I always want to put this like on top of something, but nah, that's not gonna work. Or actually... do I actually want to do that? I don't think so. I don't want to do that. We'll just put it somewhere a bit more practical. Well, we put the path here so that people exit this right and just go straight into the swinging inverter ship. These things, actually, I forget these things have good stats. Look at that. That's actually good. Not incredible. Obviously, it's a joke compared to the roto drop and the launch freefall. But, you know, relative to other thrill rides, it's actually pretty good. It's really good value. Let's see. Let's test them. 350. Alright. Yeah, they're happy to pay 350 for that, so. Yeah, I guess at this point we just keep building. It's nothing else. Let's, probably build, yeah, a few more food and drink. Let's get some chips. I can wash that down with some iced tea. Sounds like a pretty good combo. Salty chips and sweet tea. And yeah, we already colored the information kiosk. For some reason, I keep wanting to call it an IT kiosk. Information technology kiosk. That's not how that works. Kind of conflicting. I really wish I could actually fit this here. I know I could build path under here, but it's just awkward. If I put it here, then there's no real room for like doing anything. Yeah, I don't know, it seems a bit too forced. I probably should remove that. This might make more sense. Not like I really need that queue anyway. It's a bit nicer. Kind of make it wooden themed. Go moss green for the base. It doesn't look particularly attractive, but oh well. Speaking of which, I feel like we should color some of these rides, but we always, like, I said that I would go back in the Dragon Valley scenario, go back and make everything look better, but then just after like 2 hours of playing, I just run out of steam completely. Crooked House might be a good gentle ride. We'll find out. I was gonna say, it's kind of annoying we can't build that thing there, but obviously need some clearance for that ride, but that's absolutely fine. Because yeah, I just build here and put the exit there. I'm actually happy with that. Two. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, so we have the mine ride now. That's the powered mine train. Mini roller coaster I haven't built. Mini roller coaster is just kind of like the junior coaster, I guess. Just like the big brother of the junior coaster. Big brother is in, like, you know, the 1 year older big brother, not like the gargantuan big brother, but, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think... Oh, this one. This is my design. This is the one I saved. See if fast forwarding actually nets us enough profit to buy this, and it will. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I want to have like designs. When I usually make coasters, I want to make something that looks realistic, but also is an efficient ride to actually build. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to ever ride it, or build it rather. We'll just do that. You can probably be sneaky and like make the queue path go over that and then end here, so more people go on the ride. Probably is a better idea. Let's see if we can do that. Very, very unaesthetic queue path, but sacrifices must be made for practicality. I don't know, we'd probably charge $8 for this. Oh, we got an on-ride photo, that's nice. So instantly jumped that up to $3. Pretty, on-ride photo is pretty sensitive. I think Marcel did a video about this as well, but I just think leave it at 3. It will never be too expensive for anyone. I think a good thing about when people actually say, oh, the on-ride photos are really good value, it just tells you that your guest is happy. That's basically all the information you get from that. If you try and raise the price too high, then anyone who's not a happy guest will not pay it. So it's best to just, I think, leave it at $3. People buy it. And, yeah. Also, I did go into the effort of actually individually coloring the cars, but... So probably try and fill this space here, and then maybe build a bit of a bigger coaster down here. And then, I don't know, fast forward things and get like a bunch of money just to buy all the land, and then, yeah, come back to it. I've already said that like 50 times, so I probably don't need to keep saying that. And like the mini suspended coaster, all these, so these like more aesthetic rides, I would love to have, like I would like to build a mine train through this big mound. That would make a lot of sense, but because I can't access it yet, I might just hold on to it for now. Oh yeah. Mine Mania. I wonder why. So Gold Rush is basically, Mine Mania, I basically made it so that it had fit 2 trains and had an on-ride photo section. I don't know why the excitement is so much lower. Less airtime, I guess that's it, but I don't know how that's possible. Because the rides are like the same. That is just kind of weird, but maybe it's something to do with that final helix, it must be. But... Or this having more lateral Gs reduces the excitement? I have no idea why it's that different. 1.4 excitement differences. Very, very interesting. Oh, let's build Gold Rush. You build it like on top of anything. That would be kind of funny. No. It's like trying to figure out where I should actually build this. Kind of shot myself in the foot by closing this section off, but... I want to connect this exit down here. But yeah, can't really do that efficiently. Maybe... Like, I mean, yeah, I could just do something like this, but it just doesn't look very good. You know? I think I'm just gonna have to settle for that giant queue path. I doubt this ride's gonna be very popular anyway. So yeah, with there's one pre-built Mine Mania, and I just basically, yeah, extended the station so I could fit 2 trains. That's literally all I did. Instead of the last helix, it's just a normal turn. It's a photo section, normal small turn. Admission price, yeah, raise that a bit, $8. It was like a junior sort of coaster. I just threw $8. Pretty much off the bat. No, is he not going to pay that, is he? That's really good value. Do they still think it's good value? No, they don't. The on-ride photo, though. Alright, that's a happy guest. It's a happy guest. Sharp looks too intense. Is that why it's not popular? I mean, that would make sense. I guess all of our rides are just too intense. Look at this. Can't afford, looks too intense. I guess it's guests just have no money. What is going on? They have money. $20. Alright, so that's a huge problem. So we know exactly what we're going to do about this. I had a feeling, I had an itch before that guests were coming in with not a lot of money. I don't know, I was just kind of hoping it wouldn't be an issue. Let's fast forward this. As long as we have a high park rating, it's all good. I'm gonna lower the loan so we just don't have interest. Seems kind of dumb, but... yeah, so is this, what, too boring? Yeah, I want to go on something more thrilling than that. There's just no point of this ride even being there, really. I don't really have room to build a reverser coaster or the reverse freefall one. I would like to build them a lot, but I probably will expand the park before I build anything like that. Saying that, now that there's room here, I could build, I don't know, some compact coaster here. Ah, Virginia Reel. I didn't see that. Yeah, reversing again. I literally just modified Crazy Night, so I had a way longer station. Ooh, that's rough. Would be so good if I could just build that right there. I might just do a custom design. Yeah, let's do that. I wonder, actually, bit of a shame. I don't think I could build, yeah, because I was going to build an exit on this side, sorry, entry on this side, exit on that side. Instead what I'll do, I think, is build from here. And that'll just solve that problem. Yeah, no, maybe I don't want to do that. Because we will build just an exit here. Okay, so do some turns at the end, make it a bit more interesting. I'm just going to do a little bit of a turn there, so I can just have a drop here. Looks like we'll have to just turn back straight away. So this will make the ride really intense, which is probably not a good idea, actually. Some pretty cursed ride building. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Alright. Do some wide stuff. Do a staggered drop. No, we can't actually really do anything else with that. No real room to build anymore, so I might just close this up right here. That'll make sense. I'm really hoping this will not get any stat penalties. Only one I'm worried about is the drop height, and this is like the biggest drop there. It's really not that big. Everything else should be good. It's crested a hill. Cash machine, oh. Gotta love when the cash machine's nice and early. Gotta place some cash machines around here. Now that this is open, let's make sure alright, cool. No stat penalties. Brilliant. So there's actually decent coaster. Not incredible, but for what it is, it'll work. We'll just give that a nice hold on. I really need to put ATMs around. Yeah, just give it a nice little price. Make sure it's earning some profit. Just literally gonna place ATMs randomly. Because all the guests are really struggling with money. I know you can be a bit smarter about this and, you know, put it at the end of path, people walk into it, but I'll probably reorganize this stuff later. I know I always say that, but it's, you know, if it works, it works. I can afford to just put some ATMs here, or obviously earn the money back when those guests inevitably spend some cash. Also, look at this. I just realized what's going on here. Funny. Such is a life of pre-built paths. Give this a jungle, oh no, wooden, log cabin. Wooden is almost like straw. It's weird how it's called wooden. I think log cabin should be called wooden. I understand why it's called log cabin because it's actually log cabin, but the wooden one just looks like straw. It's kind of funny. And I actually like the blue and yellow. That's actually alright. This is another one of those rides where I would want to make all the cars different color. Any ride that uses cars, and it's not like, I don't know, for example, the mine cars and everything. I'm just happy with these all looking like wooden color. Intensity factor plus 3%, yeah, because that's like a massive deal or anything. Just make all those minecarts actually wood colored. Fast forward. Just to get some profit in. Run some ads, I guess. Inverted. I can't believe I called it that. That's the most terrible name. Now we're talking. I don't want to run too many ads at the moment, actually, because we're going to get overcrowding issues if I do that. In fact, I'm just going to build a bunch of handymen now so there's no path issues. I know no one here is going to get stuck. If I have a lot of janitors, no one's going to complain about the paths. No one's going to vandalize anything because I haven't actually built any bench or anything yet, which I probably should just do that now. Now that the path's clean and no one's going to smash them all in, I'll just put benches and then I'll just put bins wherever there's actually stalls. Where there's queue. I'm not going to be too meticulous about it. It's just, yeah, randomly place them. Oh, speaking of meticulous, we have to fix this. Look at this. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now raking in some coin. That's what you want. Got a part going. At this point, I mean, you could say it's a foregone conclusion. You've won. I mean, you just wait till you rack in a bunch of profit, then expand the park and build more rides. But, you know, that's no fun just saying that. It's kind of the point of beating a scenario is to actually beat it. So we don't have to worry about loan interest anymore, even though loan interest is like negligible. Like it was literally what? Not even, yeah, it was like not even $400 or $400 the most. But now we don't have to worry about that anymore. How big is this section? Building blocks that are as big as the section we have. 30 tile, alright. There you go, land is cheap. What do you know? He didn't lie. Not enough cash. Going a bit gung-ho there. I'm probably just going to sit here until... the rise will age eventually, which will be a concern. But until then, like until the rides are too expensive for people to ride, that park's just fine. Like the way it is now. You probably don't even need to buy this much land. You could probably, actually, you probably definitely like, look, this is 1,000 guests here. If you just build the same thing here, here, and here, you would, but that's not fun. That's not fun. Just really going gung-ho with this. Just randomly clicking. I also don't have the open RCT cheat that makes it go way too fast, because I don't know, it's like stupidly fast. Bobsleigh coaster. Yeah, why don't we open this up? Just to see what we got. Water coaster. I actually built my first ever water coaster in the Dragon Valley scenario that I uploaded. Pretty interesting coaster. You just build it like a normal one and then put a splash somewhere in it, and I think that works. No steeplechase. Yeah, again, steeplechase takes up a lot of room and it's not very good, so if I build one, I want to have just a lot more room. Same being said, with the mini suspended coaster and the mine train, I would like to build in the mound. Otherwise, until that point, before we get there, probably can still build reverser and side friction. And bobsleigh as well. Bobsleigh takes up a lot of room too, but yeah. And spinning wild mouse, nice. Spinning wild mouse is very good. Very good. Yeah, look, now we're raking in the money. I actually want to make this. Is 64 the max? Yeah, it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, you're gonna drop the bomb. Drop the bomb on it. Oh, look at all that land we just purchased. Drop so much money on that. It's literally just clicking randomly and hoping we can afford whatever we click on. It's gonna be the boring part of this playthrough is just buying all this land and then forgetting about it. There we go. There's a wooden coaster. But it's good to pass time like this because then we'll just have more stuff to build with when we actually finish buying all the land when we get back to it. Alright, cash has slowed down a bit. Let's see if anything's too expensive for people to ride. Nope, queue line's still full. Everything's in effect. Take a second to admire this. Would you go to this park? I mean, I would. It's actually a bit of a joke because there's like no theme park here. There's literally one theme park here, and it has one roller coaster, which I'm not exactly sure. It's got to be like a, I wouldn't say compact, but it's a pretty small, maybe Twister model. I'd have to look back at the manufacturer and make, but it's basically a steel roller coaster with inversions and stuff. But like, you know, it wouldn't be any bigger than, you know, I don't know, maybe twice the length of this. Alright, what the hell's going on? Oh, that's right, we need more mechanics. Probably didn't need 5. 2 or 3 is probably good for this size, but... Let's buy some land again. We got some profit going. I much prefer keeping the guest rating high than having a time limit deadline. Much prefer that. Especially when you know how to play. Like, once you have 700 park... The only real challenge about the park rating is making sure you get it to 700 without failing. Once it's above 700, you're pretty much clear. As I said, the only thing that would tank the park rating is if a ride gets too old that people are unhappy to pay the price that I've set for it. And then they don't go on the queue line and the parks are really overcrowded. The path, rather. Which, rating dipped a bit. I don't know why. I wonder. I feel like maybe guests are getting lost. Not lost, but just confused. Here, I'm just going to put a no entry sign there so people don't keep walking into the dead end. Can also, like, we got enough money now, just hire some entertainers and just make everyone happy. Entertainers, really underrated stuff. And I just noticed we got the Ferris wheel unlocked at the bottom, so we've run out of roller coaster to unlock, so that's fine. We'll just go thrill rides for now, and then after that, I'm not really bothered. We don't really need anything else. It can just unlock whatever it wants to after that. Just gotta keep an eye on, make sure people are still queuing up. However, it looks like company is arriving at my household. So I might have to wrap this up, at least this session soon, and then come back to it. I will be playing basically until it gets too noisy. And then probably just go outside, hang out with my family instead. What were I doing? No, not Mischievous Mice. I want to click on the entrance. Again, definitely don't need to buy all this land, but I mean, I'm here now. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this needs to be refurbished. Where's the thing for it? Everything else, I guess it's just not a high enough price for people to be bothered yet. And not a single other ride seems to be an issue. Can build more thrill rides in a second, but... really not much to say at this point. I'd probably just build the park and finish it, really, but... I don't know. If I let enough time pass, we could buy all the land, and that would be funny. In fact, you know what? I'm probably just going to call it there. And then what I'll do is leave the game running at full speed and eventually, like, occasionally check on it until I have, like, a lot of money, and then just buy all the land and then come back and finish this in a part 2. So, yeah, so far so good. Good scenario. Once I have enough money, probably would rearrange all this. As long as the park rating doesn't drop below 700, I could probably reconstruct it from scratch. And actually maybe make some roller coasters, some rides that go around the scenery here. And then also I want to do some rides, as I mentioned before, like a mine ride that perhaps builds into here, unless... Can I actually change the land? Yeah, I can. Sick. Yeah, not being able to change the land, it seems like a fun restriction, or like... not fun, but... seems like a restriction you could work with and make a cool park out of it, but then it just kind of... I don't know, it just limits playability options, so it's nice to have parks where you can just always adjust the land. It'd be cool if you could manage the price of adjusting land to just make it ridiculously high, so that like no one would adjust land unless they like absolutely had to. But yeah. Yes, I think at this point I will just leave this to sit and bake, rake all the profit I can out of this, and then I'll buy all the land. Yeah, it's more than 13 months now, so everything's going to start tanking. Buy all the land, and I'll come back for a second stream VOD. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.